Hi, Luis.
Hola, profe, buenas noches.
Good evening. How are you?
Eh, bien, por aquí.
Okay. I'm happy to hear that. Tell me, how was your day?
Uf, it's very busy. He estado todo el día ayudando a mover mezcla, ladrillo, una construcción aquí en mi casa que estamos viendo.
You were working.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that. That is great.
Mis respetos para quienes hagan eso.
Sorry?
Mis respetos para quienes se dedican a eso.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, working and building of things is something definitely difficult.
Yes.
Right in that. Okay. So you must be tired.
So tired.
I know. Yeah, maybe you can get some time to rest after the class. Okay, welcome, Luis. Okay, Carlos, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. And I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's all good.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that too.
Okay. Tell me, how was your day?
Well, I consider is fine
Okay.
about the morning and move it, and the afternoon more easy,
Okay,
more easy
okay.
than other days.
I'm happy to hear that. That's great because you sometimes have some days that are more difficult, some others are more relaxed, and it's always that way.
Sure, teacher. Sure.
By the way, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, yeah, hopefully we can all help you to reach your expectations, your goals. That is basically the purpose. Okay,
O- Okay, teacher.
so welcome, and we are today. This is your first class, right?
Yes, I haven't I no I was in another classmate with another classmate, but in the morning,
In the
and
morning.
I don't feel good in the morning.
Yeah, you don't have the time to. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
Okay. So yeah, I understand you don't have the time to be in the morning, so you prefer the afternoon. I mean the night in this case. I understand. Okay. What about Aaron? Good evening, Aaron. How are you?
Hello, I'm good.
I'm
The
happy to
the
hear that.
last week was a little busy to me, so I couldn't to enjoy the meet all week. But I'm here again.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah, okay. Don't worry, I understand. Not a problem. But it's glad. I'm glad to see that you're back. Hey,
Thank you, thank you.
and how was your day?
A little. Today was a study day, so just copy my class and all that. Only
Okay,
that.
okay. That's great. Yeah, some days are a little difficult. Okay. What about Emmanuel?
Hi, teacher. Good
Hi,
evening. How
good
are
evening.
you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What about you?
I'm fine. Today, wake up later, rest for the morning.
You woke up later today.
Yeah, yes.
That's great.
My brother was make a breakfast, and then I was organizing the beaches in Chile.
Okay, okay. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So some welcome, Emmanuel. Let's see. Ronald, good evening. How's it going?
Good evening. All is fine.
I'm happy to hear that. It's great right now. What about your day? Did you have a good day?
A bit busy.
I imagine. I imagine. I know it's like that. You have your job, you have to work, study. It's difficult. Okay. And we also have Enrique. Good evening, Enrique.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
fine. You?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So good.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. After a long time, I see that you're back. That's true. That's great. I'm glad to see that you're back in here. That's awesome. Okay. Salvador, good evening. Hello, Salvador.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
didn't hear you at the beginning, but yeah, now I do.
Yeah, I'm mute.
Oh, okay, okay. I
I,
understand.
I'm good. Now I'm busy, but I in a meet with my
Meeting.
partners. Yeah, in the university, but I'm here.
Okay, okay. That's great. Okay, welcome everyone. It's nice to have you back in here for those that couldn't join last classes. As you might have been able to see in the WhatsApp group, we have a new student, Carlos Alejandro, right? So say hi to Carlos and welcome him. Everyone, please. Okay,
Welcome, Carlos.
all right,
Welcome,
Thanks, thanks.
there you go.
Welcome.
Yeah, so hopefully again, these classes are going to be helpful for you. I hope that this is helpful for everyone, basically. We're going to try to continue with another topic that we're going to be covering today. We had already been studying different things. We're going to be at the beginning of Unit 4. And let's see, we're going to be talking about adverbs of degree. Luis, you raise your hand.
Yes, I have 3 questions.
Okay, tell me.
The first, la primera es con respecto a mi situación. Yo terminé la unidad 1 a las 5 de la primera parte y tomé captura, no lo acabo de terminar, lo terminé ya hace varios días, pero en eso me ausenté, ya saben por qué. ¿Dónde lo puedo enviar? ¿Todavía puedo enviarlo?
Sorry.
Que si todavía estoy a tiempo de enviar la captura y dónde la puedo enviar para comprobar que ya te la terminé.
No, igual, su progreso, yo puedo ver el progreso de todo, ¿verdad? Así que
Vale, vale.
no es necesario. De igual forma, lo que debe de hacer es ponerse al día.
Sí,
Estamos en el curso preintermedio 2.
Sí, este es una empezado.
La idea es esa. Sé que me costó un poco que los inscribieran y pues básicamente estamos en la unidad 4 actualmente. Vamos a empezarla esta semana, entonces, pero igual. Emmanuel says, is surprised about Unit 4. But yeah, we are going to begin Unit 4. So I invite you to work on the platform. Repito, sé que costó un poco la inscripción,
Sí.
pero igual, les invito a que avancen lo más que puedan. Ya en el curso de preintermedio 2, para que desarrollen los ejercicios, hagan los 3 tests, la 1 a la 2, la 3 a la 4.
De hecho, esa iba a ser mi segunda pregunta, es que me había perdido. Pero veo que los demás compañeros están perdidos en esto.
Ya, pero igual, los videos, ¿verdad? De las clases, al menos Más importantes están en la lista de reproducción.
Sí.
Ujú. Ahí los pueden ver. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so we're going to give me 1 sec. Okay, sorry. I was saying, try to move on the platform the more you can. Try to work on that. And yeah, I know that we are in Unit 4, but try to go on with that. Yeah, that's it basically. Maybe from the weekends, maybe you have some time, try to move forward, try to do some exercises in the platform, and also reach the tests. Okay, well, in the meantime, we're going to get started. I was telling you we're going to be talking about adverbs of degree, or also we call them intensifiers. Okay. Okay. Hi, Hassan. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm happy to hear that. And I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yes, thanks. Okay. Welcome. Right. So we're going to be talking about adverbs of degree. We're going to be taking a look at what adverbs are and how we use them. Another way to call them are intensifiers. Basically, we use them when we want to make things sound stronger. Let's begin with some examples, some sentences, just to get the idea. Let's begin. Okay, Emmanuel, would you help me please reading this first slide?
Yes. Adverbs. Definition. Adverbs are words that modify. Example, a verb he drove slowly. An adjective, he drove a very fast car. Another adverb, she moved quite slowly down the aisle.
Okay, so adverbs, we use them to modify, right? To add more information about verbs, about adjectives, and about another adverb. That is what we use adverbs for. Like here, we use it to modify a verb. So with adverbs, we modify verbs. That's one. We modify verbs. Like in this case, he drove slowly. You're describing how the action was performed. He drove slowly. We also modify adjectives. Like in this case, he drove a very fast car. Okay. A very is describing also the adjective, fast. Okay. And also we use it to describe or modify other adverbs. Okay, she moved quite slowly. Slowly is being modified by quite. This is just a general way. We're going to be focusing mostly on degree adverbs or intensifiers. We have different types of adverbs. We're going to take a look at some of them, maybe the most important ones, just to make sure it's clear. Aaron, would you help me reading the types or kinds of adverbs, please?
She moved slowly and spoke quietly.
Okay.
She has a life on the island all her life. She still lives there now.
Okay, she still lives. She has lived. She still lives.
There now. She takes the boat to the mainland every day. She often goes by herself.
Okay, so we have different types of adverbs. Adverbs of manner, they describe the way that an action is done. She moved, how? Slowly. Okay, and spoke, how? Quietly. You're describing the way an action is done. Those are adverbs of manner. We also have adverbs of place. Okay, she has lived on the island. She still lives there. The verbs are in past. Luis is asking, yes. In this case, they are in past. Moved, the past tense of move, and spoke is the past tense of speak. So they are in past. Okay, and basically these are adverbs, right? They help you modify verbs. They modify the way an action is being performed, slowly, quietly, okay, fast, rapidly, and so on. We also have different, some other types of adverbs. Let's see. Salvador, would you help me reading this other types of adverbs?
Sorry, teacher.
Can you help me read the slide, please?
Okay. Adverbs of time. She tries to get back before dark. It's starting to get dark now. She finished her tea
Yeah.
first. She left early. Adverbs of purpose.
Purpose, yeah.
¿Cómo?
Propósito. Purpose. Purpose, yes. Adverbs of purpose, un propósito.
Okay. She drives her boat slowly to avoid hitting the rocks. She shops in several stores to get the best buys.
There you go. Okay, again, different types of adverbs. Some of them are about time, about purpose, about manner, place, and we have many other examples of adverbs that we're going to be looking at. But today we're going to be mostly focusing on adverbs of degree. This is going to be today's topic. We're going to be studying adverbs of degree. We're going to learn how we use them and get familiar with them. Let's see. Hello, Daniel. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
I already wake up
You are.
for a little nap.
You just woke up.
Yes, I just
Okay. You were having a nap.
yes.
Okay. That's great. I know it. Sometimes you need to get a nap because you feel tired, and if you continue working or doing whatever you're doing, you don't work well. I know, but that's great. Welcome. Let's see. Carlos, would you help me reading what we use adverbs of degree for?
Okay.
Thanks.
Adverbs of degree tell us the strength or intensity of sometimes that happens. Many adverbs are gradable, teacher?
Yeah, gradable.
Gradable. That is, we can intensify them. Basically, they answer the short of question that ask how much or how little.
Okay.
For example, the example 2 or
Yeah, the example 2.
the example 2. They're extremely tired. We played badly. We play it very badly. That idea is stupid. That idea is completely stupid.
Okay, Carlos. So what difference are you able to see from the first sentence and the second sentence? They're tired. They're extremely tired. What's the difference?
The intensity, intensify they I don't know how to say sienten, feels.
Okay. It feels more intensity in the second one.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's not the same saying they're tired or they're extremely tired. you're intensifying the feeling.
Sure.
Okay. Mhm. Like some days you are tired, some days you are extremely tired, and some days you are relaxed, and so on. So that is what we use adverbs of degree for, to make things sound stronger with more intensity. And they answer the questions like how much, how little, I'm tired, how much tired are you? I'm extremely tired. We played very badly. How much? Very badly. They answer those types of questions. The idea is stupid. How much? Completely stupid. So they make things sound stronger. They intensify the adjective. And not only adjectives, as you can see here, they're extremely tired is an adjective. It is describing the adjective. Very badly, badly is an adverb. And very is also an adverb. It's describing another adverb. And so on, right? Let's look at some more examples of how we use degree adverbs to make it's all clear. Okay, Enrique, would you help me reading 2 examples?
It was an interesting book. It was a fairly interesting book. I was excited. I was really excited. Maria looked upset. Maria looked rather upset. And I'm afraid I disagree. I'm afraid I totally disagree.
Disagree. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, the second sentence of each of the pairs is stronger. It shows more intensity. It has been intensified. It was interesting. It's not the same, right? It's not the same as it was a fairly interesting book. It was an interesting book. It was a fairly interesting book. It sounds different. I was excited. I was really excited. Again, it shows more intensity. It shows that what you're saying is true completely. It's not the same saying Maria looked upset than saying Maria looked rather upset. That means increases the level of intensity. It's not the same being upset and being rather upset. It's not the same saying I disagree or saying I totally disagree. That's basically the purpose of degree adverbs. They help us make things sound stronger because we are, we have different feelings, we have different reactions to things when they happen, and we don't always speak like flat. No, there are emotions, right? Completely, really, rather, totally, extremely. We have some more right here. Okay, let's see. It's good to help me with this one. Ronald, would you help me with this slide?
Okay. Adverbs of degree. We can use very and really before an adjective or adverb to make it stronger, and extremely to make it very strong. For example, this cake is really nice. Other example, they work extremely hard.
Okay, so adverbs of degree, they show different degrees. Degrees, when we say what degree, con lo que nos referimos a degree es los grados, ¿verdad? La intensidad. El grado a lo que algo nos atrae, nos disgusta. Okay, degree, that's degree, grado. So they can vary, they can have different degrees. like in the case of very, really, okay, extremely, absolutely, totally, and they go like that. It can go up, down, and down, and down, and up. They have different degrees of intensity. Very and really is like when you want to make things sound stronger, or if you want to make things sound very strong, you can use extremely. So they have differences. We cannot use them just regardless of how they work. Okay, let's look at these ones. So far we know that very and really are, they show like a 50%. Extremely is a higher degree. Let's look at these ones. Daniel, would you please help me reading this one?
Okay, adverbs of degree. We can use quiet, fairly, and a bit before an adjective or an adverb to make it weaker. Maria sings fairly well, and the film is quite interesting. We usually use a bit with a negative or a negative adjective or adverb. I feel a bit tired.
Okay. We can not only intensify them, but we can also decrease the level of intensity. No solamente podemos hacer los que suenen más fuertes, sino también más débiles. Like here, and for those we use quite and fairly. Okay, it's important to make the distinction between quiet and quite. Okay, only the position of the words makes the difference. La posición de las últimas dos letras hace la diferencia. This is quiet, un lugar tranquilo, alguien tranquilo, una persona calmada. Quiet. And quite is an adverb. And it helps us to make things sound weaker. Lo utilizamos cuando queremos que algo suene con una menor intensidad o más débil. Like here, Maria sings fairly well. Okay. Podría decir, María canta relativamente bien. No canta ni bien ni mal. Estamos haciendo sonar más débil, con menor intensidad. It's not the same if you say Maria sings absolutely well, extremely well, completely well. Ahí sí, lo estamos intensificando. Suena con mayor fuerza. Canta extremadamente bien, completamente bien. The film is quite interesting. Okay. It's not the same. You're making it sound weaker. Okay. La película está bastante interesante. Yeah, it's not the same as if you say the film is extremely interesting, completely interesting, absolutely interesting, definitely interesting. You make it sound stronger, but with fairly and quite, you make it sound weaker. I had a question right here. Luis asks if we can use so. Yes, so is another intensifier. Like when you take a test. Oh, well, let's use the word test. Like this, right? The test is so difficult. In this case, so is another intensifier. It's an adverb of degree. It's not the same saying the test is difficult or saying the test is so difficult. It makes it stronger. It intensifies the message. Okay, Luis, is it clear? Clear, okay. So yes, we can also use so. And we have more, right? Completely, definitely, absolutely, extremely. So we also have to. We can also use to. To se usa de manera similar que so. The test is too difficult. Okay. Por lo general, to solo se utiliza con adjetivos negativos, como difícil, malo, algo que implique una palabra negativa. Exacto. Too bad is another one. That's too bad. And that's like this. That's too bad. That is too bad. Could also be. We use to or so in that same way. Let's continue. Okay, those ones make it intensify. They intensify it. They make it sound stronger. But these ones make it sound weaker. Quite, fairly, a bit tired. Okay, so we have this one, right? We usually use a bit with a negative adjective or adverb. I feel a bit tired. I feel a bit tired. Me siento un poco cansado. A bit. In this case, you're making it sound weaker. Se hace que suene más débil, con menor intensidad. It's not the same as if you say, I feel absolutely tired. I feel completely tired. I feel extremely tired today. I feel a bit better, says Liz. Yeah, you can also say I feel a bit better. That means that you're not completely better, but a little. Significa que no está del todo mejor, sino nada más un poco. Okay, let's look at these ones. Manuel, would you help me reading these ones, please?
Yes. Quite comes before a or m. Example, we live in quite a small house. Very, really, extremely, and fairly come after an or a. Example, my parents' house has got an extremely big garden. We do not use a bit plus adjective plus noun. It's a bit long hill.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes the position of the adverbs change. In the case of quite works almost in the same way as such. Such is another degree adverb. Quite and such. Quite and such. Most of the times when you use quite and such, they go before a, before the article a or an. Like for example, that is such a problem. That is such a problem. Okay. Es un gran problema. That is such a problem. Okay, no es lo mismo decir that is a problem o decir that is such a problem. You can use such. Es un problema. Okay, es un gran problema. That is quite a problem. The same. Lo mismo. Quite y such suelen ir siempre antes del artículo a or an, depending on the following sound of the following word. So that is such a problem, that is quite a problem. Those are some. The other degree adverbs that you may run into, they don't work that way. They work a little differently. Okay, like very, really, extremely, and fairly, they come after app. Like here, my parents' house has an extremely big garden. So we don't say my parents' house has extremely a big garden, and extremely big. This is just to make a difference between quite and such. but they go before before the article. Okay, we have this example. We do not use a bit plus an adjective plus a noun. It's a bit long film. No, we cannot say that. It's a long film, maybe. Or you could use it's a film a little bit long. Maybe just change the position. I guess that, yeah, we just have some examples here of some degree adverbs. There are many of them, like you can see here, but yeah, we're not going to look at the lists, just to get familiar with the form of an adverb. Usually adverbs ending "ly," like here, absolutely, awfully, badly, barely, completely, deeply, enormously, entirely, extremely, fairly, fully, greatly, hardly. Most of adverbs ending "ly." La mayoría de los adverbios terminan en "ly", así como está acá. Terribly, strongly, thoroughly, virtually, very, no, utterly, totally. So they end in "ly." Most of them. Y luego hay otra, ¿verdad? Como so, to, enough. Okay, also less, little, lots, most, much. They don't end in "ly," but they are always adverbs. So this is about adverbs of degree. I don't know if you have any questions or any doubts regarding adverbs of degree. Is there any question or any doubts? Okay, I guess there isn't. We are going to be looking at this specific adverbs. Okay, Daniel says it's totally clear. Yeah, I say it is, right? I say it is totally clear. You are making use of the degree adverbs. Exactly. We have two specific degree adverbs that we're going to be studying separately. Those are to and enough. And we're going to take a look at them in a different way because these two are a little complicated sometimes. And there are some things that you need to consider, especially with enough. But we're going to take a look at that. Let's see. Gerson, would you help me reading two?
Okay. To comes before adjectives and adverbs. For example, his coffee is too hot to drink. And he worked too hard to pass the exam.
Okay. As we were saying, adverbs modify adjectives or adverbs. Okay. This too is not the same as me too. Este too que estamos viendo no es el mismo de los temas que vimos anteriormente de me too, me neither, so do I do too. No, right? This is an adverb. It helps us intensify what we are saying. It helps us make things sound stronger. Like here, the coffee is too hot to drink. Okay, demasiado. That's the meaning of too. Demasiado caliente. The coffee is too hot. Está demasiado caliente para beberlo. He worked too hard to pass the exam. Él trabajó muy duro para pasar el examen. O estudió muy duro para trabajar el examen. Muy o demasiado. That's too. Again, most of the times it is used this way before adjectives or before adverbs. We're going to look at some examples. We're going to be studying to and enough. Let's just look at some of the examples. Let's ask this time, Carlos, can you help me read this example? Hello, Carlos. Okay, maybe he's busy. Let's see then. Aaron, would you help me reading this first example?
Okay. I'm too old. I can't run.
Okay, I am too old. I can't run. So with that, you can make one single sentence, right? And read it this way. Would you help me with this one, Aaron?
I'm too old to run.
Okay, with that, as you can see, you are joining the sentences. Okay, instead of saying I'm too old, I can't run, you just use to. I'm too old to run, and you're reducing the sentences. So too old, demasiado viejo. Estoy demasiado viejo para correr. I'm too old to run. You are making it intensified. It's not the same if you say I am old to run or if you say I am too old to run. No es lo mismo, ¿verdad? Decir estoy viejo para correr a decir estoy demasiado viejo para correr. Okay. Let's see. Daniel, would you help me with this one?
This soup is hot. I can eat. I can eat it. I can't eat it.
I can't eat it.
I can eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, for you, for you not to get like complicated, you can just say I can. The difference between can and the negative form is the vowel. Por lo general, la diferencia entre can y can't, sí, en los contextos donde se pronuncia bien, es decir, hay espacio de pronunciar correctamente el sonido de la T, can't, está bien, pero muchas veces al hablar fluido no da espacio, sobre todo si, por ejemplo, el verbo que sigue comienza también con una T. Entonces, lo que va a hacer la diferencia entre can, la forma positiva y la negativa, es el sonido de la vocal. La forma positiva se pronuncia can. It's a short sound. Es un sonido corto. I can do it. Okay. I can go. I can talk. Pongamos un ejemplo. With talk. ¿Cómo se hace diferencia entre estas dos oraciones? I can talk. I can talk. Let's see, Daniel, how do you make a difference in these cases?
Uh, I don't know.
It sounds
I
the same,
can
right?
talk. I can't talk.
Yeah, if you say it that way, if you speak like slowly, yes, right. But no one speaks like that. Si lo decimos despacio, sí, ¿verdad? Pero hablando de manera natural, no se habla despacio. Y de hecho, no. La diferencia, por eso lo digo, radica en la vocal. In the vowel sound. In the affirmative form, this is a short sound. El sonido de la vocal es corto. And you say, I can talk. I can. Casi es hasta, se podría decir que nulo. Can. I can do it. I can go. I can try. I can take this. I can talk. It's a short sound. The negative form, you have to make a longer sound. And the vowel sound also changes, and there's a difference. So I can. Okay. El sonido diferente. El primer sonido vocal es A. El de la forma negativa, A. Y tiene que expandirse los labios, ¿verdad? Lo mismo cuando dicen cat. No es cat, es cat. Okay? And it's not pat, it is pat. Math. Also, sat. You need to make that difference. So the first one you say, I can talk, I can't talk. Can. That is what makes the difference, the sound. Do you want to give it a try this time, Daniel, making the difference?
Okay. I can talk and I can talk.
Exactly. Porque en realidad la T
Can't talk.
de la forma negativa incluso se omite por la forma natural en la que se juntan los sonidos, ¿verdad? Es omitida y simplemente se pronuncia una, la del talk. I can't talk. I can talk. This is just a reminder, solo para recordarlo. En realidad la forma negativa de can, la diferencia se hace en la vocal. Okay, this is can, and this is can. You have to lengthen the sound a little bit more. El sonido se expande un poco. También es distinto. Okay. Let's see. El sonido de este can es el mismo sonido que está en esta palabra, por ejemplo, al inicio. Consider. No es consider. No. Consider. Consider. I can talk. And the sound that you have in can't is the same sound that you have in cat. Ah. It's a long sound. You strengthen, el sonido se alarga y también es distinto. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so you say, I can't eat it. So, y así no hay que complicarse, I can't eat it. Too many T's. So, I can eat it. I can eat it. With that, you're already making a negative. Let's see, Salvador, would you help me reading this other example? Hello, Salvador?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
I was mute. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, don't worry.
This wall is too high. I can't climb.
Climb. Okay. Esta palabra, la B, es silent. Y no se pronuncia, solo climb. This wall is too high. I can't climb. So you can use to, right? This wall is too high to climb. This is how you use to. En el caso de to es como se utiliza, ¿verdad? Antes de los adjetivos para hacerlos más fuertes. We have also enough. Enough is a little different to the other adverbs. Enough es un poco distinto a los demás adverbios. Siempre hablamos de intensidad. Okay. Enough se encuentra en un grado intermedio. Es lo suficiente, ¿verdad? El significado de enough, suficiente. No es ni demasiado ni muy poco, es lo ideal, suficiente. Okay. Let's see. Carlos, can you help me read this first example?
Sure, teacher.
Okay.
We aren't rich enough. We can't go on a holiday.
So what is the difference that you notice with enough, Carlos? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre enough y los demás adverbios? Que hemos visto como very, extremely, fairly, okay.
Enough is the meaning of suficiente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about its position? ¿Qué hay de la posición? ¿Dónde está?
It's incorrect or
Is it? Why?
because the preposition is next to the we aren't or not.
Okay, so you're telling me that it should be we aren't enough rich.
Yes.
Así sería correcto entonces. We aren't enough rich.
I think so.
Yes, right. That's what makes enough different. Es lo que hace a enough diferente. Enough va al final. No va antes de los adjetivos. Va después.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it doesn't make too much sense. También no tiene mucho sentido porque al menos en español que lo decimos así, no está lo suficientemente bueno. Un ejemplo, está suficiente limpio. It goes before the adjective. Okay. Y también los demás adverbios, bueno, extremadamente fácil, completamente aburrido. Examples. También suficientemente va antes de los adjetivos, pero enough específicamente no. Enough va después. Por eso es un poco confuso. But we're going to look at some examples. We aren't rich enough. No somos lo suficientemente ricos. Okay. We aren't rich enough to go on a holiday. No somos lo suficientemente ricos como para irnos de vacaciones. That's one example. We aren't rich enough. So we don't say we aren't enough rich. No. En el caso de enough es un adverbio que no va antes de los adjetivos, como estábamos viendo en los anteriores. Para darle un mayor grado de intensidad al adjetivo, ocupamos adverbios que van antes del adjetivo, como extremely, decíamos, completely sad, extremely broken, absolutely great, and so on. But enough is not the case. Enough goes after. Let's look at this one. Gerson, would you help me reading this other example now using enough?
The soup not warm enough. I can eat.
Okay. The soup is not warm enough. Again, enough goes after the adjective. Lo mismo, ¿verdad? Enough va después del adjetivo. La sopa no está lo suficientemente caliente. Caliente. I can't eat it. The soup isn't warm enough to eat it. La sopa no está lo suficientemente caliente para tomarla, para comer. Aaron, would you help me with this one?
Yeah, they are not old enough. They can get married.
Exactly. They are not old enough. They can't get married. The same thing, right? You see that enough is at the end. Lo mismo, vemos que enough se encuentra después del adjetivo. Y pues básicamente es así siempre. Ya sea que modifique un adjetivo, otro adverbio o un verbo, va después de lo que modifica. They are not old enough. Igual, se comprende que puede ser un poco confuso ya que por lo general todos los adverbios se encuentran antes del adjetivo. They are not extremely old, they are not very old, they are not completely old, they are not what? Any adverb. But enough goes after. So they aren't old enough to get married. No están lo suficientemente mayores como para casarse. Okay? So we don't say they aren't enough old. ¿Tiene sentido? Sí, ¿verdad? Tiene sentido que queramos ocuparlo así, como like here, they aren't enough old. Okay, tiene sentido. Queramos utilizarlo así, pero no, está incorrecto. El enough siempre va después del adjetivo. Okay, they aren't enough old. They aren't old enough. Okay. Let's look at some other examples just to have it completely clear. Ronald, would you help me with this one?
Okay. I am not fit enough. I can't run.
Okay. I'm not fit enough to run. No estoy lo suficientemente en forma como para correr. The same, right? I'm not fit enough. No decimos I'm not enough fit. No. See this one? Enrique, would you help me with this one?
The skirt wasn't large enough. I could wear it.
I couldn't wear it.
Wear it.
This way you pronounce it enough. Okay. Por lo general, la G y la H juntas suenan como F, el sonido de la F, ¿verdad? Enough. So the skirt wasn't large enough. La falda no estaba lo suficientemente grande. O no era lo suficientemente grande. The skirt wasn't large enough to wear it. Falda no era lo suficientemente grande como para vestirla, como para usarla. Okay. So those are most of the majority of the most used degree adverbs. Again, we use them to intensify what we're saying. And we don't sound like all the time with like flat. And I don't know, is there any question related to the topic? Any doubt related to the adverbs of degree? Do you have any questions?
Everything is clear.
Okay, I hope so. I'm going to be sending you some.
Me too.
Okay, yeah, I know. I know you do too. Yeah, I hope it is like that. This is a matter of practice, as you might know. The use of degree adverbs. I'm going to be sending also some websites where you can practice, some activities where you can practice degree adverbs. And yeah, that will be, so if there are no questions, that will be all for today's class. The purpose was just to study this degree adverbs. Again, I'm going to share you some exercises, try to do it, and also try to work on the platform, please. Try to move on forward. But in the meantime, this will be all for today. Thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate it, and have a great night.
Okay, teacher.
Good
Have a great
night.
night.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Night,
Thank
thank you.
you.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, take care.